The once beautiful sounds of the forest are now drowned out by the sound of a wagon pulling more than its load. The once beautiful sun rays have become harsh as they cast their light on the bound Foxkin's face. Mm-hmm. Ash mutters, trying to free himself, but his captors have tied him too tight. With tears streaming down his face, seeming to have no end, what are they gonna do to me? What's gonna happen? Thinking about his current situation, I don't, I don't want to be sold. Please let me go. The Foxkin thinks as he lays with his head down in a tear-dampened cart. Mr. Helen. All right, let's take a break. We earned it, one of the male dwarfs says. The others cheer and laugh, dismounting the cart. Bella, I can't believe we got a real one says, taking a drink from a flask. What a fortune we have, as one of the others eats some dried meat. Bella walks over to Dom and hands him a canteen. Go give our treasure some water, and make it quick. The portal will be ready soon. Dom, grabbing the flask, walks over to the cart with a wicked grin on his face. Ash, lying in the cart, sees the dwarf and turns to scoot away, but Dom grabs him and pulls him closer. Well, well, little bitch, I guess you're thirsty. Dom pulls the gag down out of Ash's mouth. Help! Ash yells before Dom grasps his face with his hand, muffling any words. Now. None of that now. No one ain't coming to save you. We're miles away from where we found you. Ash's eyes widen, thinking of how far they traveled. Dom replaces the gag and pushes Ash to the floor. Bella told me to give you some water, but she never said how. As Dom pours the entirety of the canteen over Ash's head and face. Shaking his head, he's been thoroughly soaked, matted hair with dirt, and his makeup running down his face. That's a good look for you. Next time you'll think before using those claws of yours. Dom's laugh, haunting and echoing Ash's ears. The young Foxkin tries to curl into a ball, but the ropes just won't let him. Ash, thoroughly soaked, looks up at the forest canopy as he starts to daydream he's somewhere else over with Mr. Helen. He sniffles, knowing he may never see them again. His ears perk up as he hears the dwarfs walking to the cart and listens in. All right, toss the other animals in the front, Opie, Dom says while smoking a pipe. Yeah, I got it. Don't even know why we're bothering with the small things when we got that thing. Opie grumbles. 'Cause gold, that's why, Torque exclaims loudly. The three laugh as they continue packing the cart. Bella comes to the cart to see her prize. Oh, poor dear, you cried so much your makeup's running. Bella says, approaching the bound Foxkin. She kneels down and grabs Ash's face. I'll have to fix that later and get you ready for your new life. She smiles with a wicked grin. Ash pulls away from her, only for her to grab the rope and pull him back. Listen here, we can do this the easy way, or we can do it the hard way. Your choice, as she holds up a dagger. Frightened, Ash, bows his head in submission. Good boy, Bella says as she roughly pets his head before standing up and walking away. Ash slumps back down, tears streaming down his face. I don't want to go, he says, thinking about what's to come. All right, move out, Bella yells as the cart starts moving. Ash, shaking, looks up to the forest, rushing past him. Dejected, Ash leans on the back of the cart, his body aching from the bondage he's in. With his head hanging down, he sobs. A loud caw startles Ash as he raises his head to see before him a large black raven with red eyes. Sorry, Mr. Raven, you need to go before they catch you too, Ash frantically says, knowing the raven cannot read his mind. Still looking at the raven, Ash notices the tips of its wings have a blackish gray smoke coming off of them. Then, without warning, the raven places a wing on the front of its chest and bows to the Foxkin. Puzzled, Ash can't think of anything. Did that raven just bow to me? Before he can think any more, the raven takes to the sky, leaving the Foxkin puzzled on what just happened. As the pack of dwarves begin bickering at what they're going to spend their cut of the gold on, a strange sound can be heard. Woof! 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 As three black beams come hurtling towards the cart. Two of the beams hit their mark, impacting Torque, sending him flying 20 feet away from the cart. "Ugh," he says, as the third beam impacts the cart's wheels. With a loud crash and thud, the cart comes to a stop, jettisoning Opie and Dom to the forest floor, while Bella falls over inside the cart. "Boys, what happened?" Bella exclaims. "We're under attack, that's what," as Dom and Opie stand up, drawing their hammers. Bella scrambles for her crossbow. "Torque, go check on Opie." Dom, watch the cart as she loads a bolt. Opie dashes to Torque's side and helps him come to. "Fucking A, what was that?" Torque drawing his sword. "I don't know, but whatever it was, it's gonna pay," as Opie turns to face where the beam came from. Ash, now bunched up in the cart, tries not to panic. "Roll, hop, anything, Ash, quick while they're distracted." Ash begins to move away only to feel a tug of a rope. He looks back and notices he is lashed to an eye bolt in the cart. "No, this is my chance. Okay, Ash, pull with all your might. Mr. Helen's counting on you." Unable to make the bolt budge, Ash slides back down the cart. No. "Okay, boys, take up a defensive stance. We ain't gonna get blindsided again," Bella yells, pointing her crossbow into the forest. The three dwarfs doing so, forming a circle with their backs to one another. "Nothing will get past us," they say. Snap, crunch, crack. The sound of foliage being trampled. The three prepare themselves as the sound gets closer. "Excuse me, gentlemen. By any chance of you have a light?" Appearing in the center of the three dwarven men is a man in a button-down black coat, with black pressed pants and dress shoes, with a well-trimmed goatee and a cigarette in his mouth. The three instantly turn and try to attack the figure, but to no avail as their weapons are stopped short of their target by a thick black smoke. "I'll take it as a no then, boys," as the figure runs his hand through his hair, moving it off his face. "Boys, kill him!" Bella yells. The three pull their weapons back and go for another swing, only for the figure to be gone. The three in a panic search the area for the figure to see him leaning against a tree as a large raven lands on his arm and strikes a match, lighting the man's cigarette. With a long drawn out puff, he looks at the other three. "Well, I guess it's time to begin the unfortunates," he says, taking another puff. "Topo, you're up." Barreling through the forest, a sound of heavy footfalls can be heard as the sound of a deep voice roars. "Roth, I'm not up, I'm down here," Topo yells as he bursts through the tree line. Ash peeking his head up to see what's going on, he sees the well-dressed man smoking and then sees the one called Topo. Topo stands nearly 12 feet tall with a joyous, innocent look on his face. He has a muscular build, gray skin, with white hair. He is wearing a fur-lined vest too short for him, so his bare chest hangs out. He seems to also have handmade leather pants and boots with fur. On his belt rests the skull of a horned bull acting as a buckle. Ash's eyes widen seeing such a creature and how fast it's moving for its size. Ash's eyes widen, seeing such a creature and how fast it can move for its size. Before Ash can wonder any more, the giant pulls a large, shining platinum axe that depicts a Valkyrie whose wings are the blades, the sword pointing down to her legs, who become the handle of the axe. Ash takes a note on how beautiful this axe looks. "All right, Claudia, I hope they like axes, 'cause here you come." Topo with a joyous smile as he swings his shining axe and sends Dom flying. "I got one. Wait, they're kind of small. Does that mean half?" Topo looks saying to Roth. "Topo, just handle those three. I got Bella," Roth says as black smoke is pouring from his mouth, obscuring his vision. "Dom, no!" the other dwarves yell as they launch a coordinated attack against Topo, landing heavy weapons and heavy blows on the giant's skin. "Come on, try better," Topo says, smiling, as it seems the dwarf's weapons did little to no damage. "What the hell are you?" Opie says. "I'm Topo. This is Claudia. She wants to say hello." As Topo brings his axe down at Opie's head, he lands a critical blow, slamming his axe into the ground as Opie's body falls left and right. "Look, Roth, I made one into two. That counts." Roth annoyed with his head in his hand. Topo, this is why we can't have nice things. Bella, screaming, takes a shot at Roth only for it to miss due to the black fog hiding him. Come out and fight, you coward! As Bella loads another bolt. Roth steps forward. Okay, Bella, take your best shot, but I hope you can guess right, as three other Roths appear from the smoke. Ash, watching this, lets out a sigh of relief. I'm saved, as he turns back to look at the action. Bella launches more bolts from her crossbow, impacting two of the four Roths, only for them to pass through. Ooh, sorry, thanks for playing, Roth says as he rushes Bella. Then tell Elador, Roth says as black tendrils erupt from around him, battering Bella from all sides. I need you alive, so it's best to give up now. Roth, look how far I can throw this one. As Roth turns his head, seeing Topo tossing Torque at a tree. Roth face palms. Topo? Why not? Just have your fun. Topo's eyes light up with glee. Ash, taking this moment in a distraction, turning to face the bolt and starts kicking at it. Come on, I gotta get free. Come on. Ping, ping, almost free. Ping. The bolt breaks. Ashton gets to his feet using whatever energy he has left and hops towards a blade on the ground. Seeing his freedom, he falls with a thud next to it and tries to grab it. Who the hell are you two and what are you doing here? Bella says, standing up, pulling a set of daggers out. Well, answering your second question first, funny thing about portals, they tend to stay open longer you think when you go through them. As you were escaping into here, we kind of just followed behind you, he says, taking another puff of his cigarette. As far as the first question, we're more akin to investigators. Sort of. And you're on our list. And before Roth can finish his sentence, Topo yells, I see no alligators in vests. What are they? The vein on Roth's head begins to twitch. Turning back to Topo, it's a figure of... Oh, look who I'm talking to, why bother? It's our job title, Topo. Topo wanted to see alligators in vests, the Goliath says sadly. Take this. We stole that stuff. It's ours. Torque says bloody from the impact with the tree as he tosses his hammer at Topo. The hammer glows a bright bluish white as it impacts Topo and lets out a thunderous roar, knocking the Goliath away. You got him. That hammer was worth every copper, Torque says proudly. A low chuckle is heard. Good hit, tiny heady man. But Topo is mad now. Topo stands up, pulling a bag out of his vest. You crushed my cookies that Yuki baked for me. Topo, flying into a rage, slashes at Torque's body before a second later the axe beheads him. Okay, two down, Bella. Well, I only need you, so give up or he'll have words for you. Few they may be, but they do carry a lot of weight. Bella drops her daggers and kneels before Roth. Good, now that's out of the way. Where's the fourth? Turning around, Roth sees a battered and bloody Dom holding the young found foxkin in his arms with the blade to his neck. Take another step, and the creature gets it, Dom says, huffing. Topo lowers Claudia, and Roth calls back his tendrils. Good. Now, Bella, get over here. We're going, and if you follow, we'll slice this thing's throat, Dom says, holding the tip of the blade into Ash's neck. Bella starts to stand and shuffle, but the moment she does so, she hears a loud guttural scream. Dom yells in pain as Ash has freed himself and has bitten down on Dom's wounded arm. Dom tries to shake off the foxkin from his arm, but Ash isn't letting go for nothing. Dom lands two quick punches to Ash's head. Ash, trying to hold on, can no longer more and lets go and falls to the ground. In the next second, when Dom looks up, all he sees is a beam of black energy coming from the outstretched hand of Roth and a shining platinum axe hurled towards his head from Topo. As the axe embeds itself into Dom's head, the beam blast sends him flying away from the foxkin. Topo no like people who hurt little things like that. Such an uncouth man, Roth says, adjusting his collar. Okay, Bella, are we good here? We're good still, right? You're coming with us nicely, or Topo's gonna take your head off your shoulders, then he's gonna kill you. Roth walks away to see the bound foxkin. It's okay. My name is Roth Mescal. I'm from the island away from in the prime material plane. These four are on our wanted list. I mean you no harm. He motions an outstretched hand to Ash. Not knowing what to do, Ash takes the man's hand and is gently pulled to his feet. Let me take care of those. The flick of his wrist, a ghostly hand appears and begins undoing the bindings on Ash. As the ropes fall away, mustering whatever energy he has left, shaking the foxkin gives a little curtsy to his saviors. My name is. As Ash collapses in Roth's arms. I'm saved, is all he can mutter as the world around him goes dark.